because I like to go live for at least the birthday month. Happy birthday to the Aquariuses for this month. My sister is an Aquarius sun, and over the years I've had some amazing friends and or have some amazing friends who are also Aquarians. So I, yeah, really dig on the vibratories. Plus, we have Pluto moving into Aquarius, so there's going to be light shone on the Aquarian energy for sure. So, mad respect to the Aquarians. You guys are amazing. So, let's get into it. Feel free to check out what I offer in the description, personal private readings. You can book those. You can book yoga, meditation, breathwork, and EFT sessions. And there's online courses, Be the Change online courses, the book, and merchandise. So that's what I need to say about Ultra Love. You can find out more just by perusing the YouTube channel. And I do enjoy myself some coffee. So we're drinking coffee. It's not 6 a.m. yet, so I'm an early riser. Pardon the gulping. I know some people might not like it when YouTubers drink and do things like this, but I don't mind. So I watched an astrologer named Lori Lythian, Lunatic Astrology, and I really love her energy. She has Aquarian energy actually, and yeah, I just really like her vibes, and she'll go off a bit about the troll energy, which I really respect her authenticity and honesty. Okay, here we go. Aquarius, straight off the bat, we have a new beginning with the Fool energy, a brand new start for you. That's pretty relevant right now with the Pluto energy. Pluto is like hardcore, I would say. All the planets are. They all have their own signature, but increasingly I'm aware that wowzers, Pluto transits are super duper powerful. I'm an early 80s baby, 82, and a lot of my friends within that kind of late Pluto in Libra, there's a lot of like reflection around relationships. And I have no doubt that that's this Pluto squaring off with where, at the end degrees of Libra, it's been transiting this end degree of Capricorn, squaring off our natal Pluto, right? So as a generation, we're philosophizing and deeply questioning the nature of relationship and marriage. And it's my highest expectation that we come to a place of greater balance and harmony within ourselves, so that we can harmonize these intimate, but on all the levels, business, professional, romantic, familial, of course, because it's all really anchored in that familial energy. Hello, Doctor. What up? Harry, hi. Great to see you guys. So, yeah, we have another. This is obviously a fellow air sign, and there will be some benevolence for the air signs because as Pluto transits Aquarius, Gemini risings, and obviously the other air signs are going to get hit with ideally some trines. So this will be positive outcomes. Okay, so let's continue on with Aquarius, the Fool card, brand new beginnings. There you are. Wow. This is so that you've just come through in your own reading with the Star card, brand new beginning, the Fool. There could be a little bit of apprehension because the Star card is reverse. So there's a sense of either really feeling finally like you're overcoming a dynamic healing phase, which again would be true because Pluto's been transiting your 12th house, right? So there's definitely this sort of closing cycle and ending of probably a lot of healing, introspection. I almost want to say even parts of your life where you just didn't feel yourself, like you were feeling maybe out of body or feeling just not quite the same sense of maybe uniqueness or independence. I'm getting a sense too that you might be breaking free from some tribes or group affiliations because this is a singular energy. So the Fool card would be like I really need to break out. I need to go and do something by myself on my own and take this new beginning. And that's very Aquarian, because Aquarian is you know, the way I encapsulate it, one of course it's this expansive higher dimensional call, but on an individual level, I would say that Aquarians are all about this sort of being your own unique self, but very much connected to the collective, like in a sense of knowing the collective. Hence, like coming into this time where we don't want to be mind controlled, we want to be independent thinkers, we want to be able to express our uniqueness, and of course, allow others to do the same, right? So, I do suspicion this is more dominantly about okay, maybe not feeling quite yourself for a while, but that's been all about healing some maybe codependencies, or healing things that just weren't going to serve you for your future anyway. So the fool is like, here I go, I'm gonna, you know, go on this new adventure, or you just maybe go in a different direction in some areas of your life. For some of you, it's work related as well. So King of Pentacles here in the upright. The Fool has a lot to do with you feeling more sovereignty and or maybe stability in your working life. Like I kind of get that slow and steady growth feeling, like you're maybe doing all right financially, but you're wanting to keep that going. You're, you know, the way Saturn energy is like being pretty practical with regards to your finances. I'm hearing, I don't even know economy stuff at all, but like slow bonds, slow yielding bonds, like, you know, making investments that are safe rather than like super risky. Low yield bond. Like, I don't even know what that means, but that's what I'm hearing. You know, so making certain investments that free you up. That stabilize your financial reserve, as it were. So I haven't mentioned it yet, but I pulled the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups can be a return, somebody from our past coming back, soulmate energy, really friendly vibes, but potentially also a loving connection. I am getting a sense of, for some of you, it could be a friend that comes back and there ends up being a bit of a romantic vibratory between you, or just a sense of just maybe a really warm welcome, somebody who's come back after a while of being away. For some of you, this is actually very likely a substantial commitment as well. Balanced one. Six of Pentacles in the upright, and interestingly, the energy Seven of Cups upright with that Two of Wands reversed. That makes me feel like somebody's ready to make a commitment. Somebody, and be maybe because the Six of Pentacles are there. Okay, could be a soulmate, an old friend that actually wants to go into business. Who has some ideas or has some money to work with, that's like, why don't we put this money into this thing? And you're like, man, what a great idea, let's do it, this feels great. And this feels good because this other person, or maybe you, has really closed down certain avenues. Like the Two of Wands reverse in this regard is making me feel like, no, this is a good thing. This is like some people who have been able to explore options, take risks, try different things, you know, discerned the different avenues and or potentials that they have, and then are like, okay, let's make this offer, let's move in this direction. And the double six too would be a pretty significant commitment. This feels like a commitment to me, like, yeah, let's definitely put our money into this thing, or let's definitely try to grow this garden. And again, there's a renewal of energy, so this is feeling good, basically, especially with that Star reverse of like, you've been through some healing, you've been through some rocky roads. Right, which yep, that would be weird. I'm just getting like another Pluto download for people who have Libra, or pardon me, Pluto and Leo. Because that would be squaring off where the Pluto is, and that to me would be a really significant transformational, yeah, big, or opposition. Yes, pardon me, opposition it would be. which would be heavy-handed as far as destruction goes, or just total, breakdowns of power. Again, significant, right? As in, like, so that would be possibly, I think, people born in the 40s and 50s who have Pluto in Leo. Anywho, a little bit of a sidestep. That could be some of you as well, possibly. But I suspect it's more Virgo and Libra and Scorpio here, maybe later. Anyway, so yeah, lots of healing. What else is coming in? A lot of passion, a lot of energy coming in here too. So being really practical, possibly having an exciting new beginning with familiar energy or something that feels really good. It's really balanced. It's looking promising, definitely, as well. Like, it's pretty clear after both people that are wanting to engage with this commitment have learned a lot in business or in love or whatever kind of dynamic this is, and are ready to make that commitment, are ready to put that money down, that kind of thing. And again, for you, there's a lot of practicality in this, like stepping forth in this new beginning with a sense of grounding and stability. It's like having your home set up for this, that, or the other before you go traveling. So, when you come back from traveling, that you're going to be, you're right? Or that you're making certain investments that, we're going to secure a certain base level of income for the rest of your life, something like this. So what other messages do we have for the Aquarians for the month of February 2024? There is definitely because you have the Fool card, then the Star, a lot of transformational energy here. And the Judgment would be, a final call or coming to a place of resolution or completion. Okay, a couple messages. So I'm hearing something about possibly finally forgiving or letting go of like some past transgressions or ways of behaving that didn't allow you to really take flight with regards to some of your creative passions. But it almost looks like too, letting go of some of those pursuits, or maybe just stopping trying so hard to get things off the ground is what actually allows other people to come in and help and just guide or support or tame, and teacher or mentor or guide or father figure, even with that King of Cups. So this is an energy of, taming, rather than just firing up forward, taming some of that emotional energy, rather than just pouncing on any new beginning that comes along. Because let's be real, some opportunities are not what they appear to be. The Moon, it's just, that is I hear other readers saying this as well, but like, you can't make it up, the way the cards align sometimes. This is opportunities that are not what they appear to be. So be mindful of energy that's either feeling like it's moving too fast. Knight of Wands, only because the Knight of Wands is here, and I feel like the King of Cups is trying to tame that Knight of Wands via the Moon, as in, don't be so impulsive. So there's a bit of an upgrade, there's a bit of a growth spurt. This to me feels like a bit of a loop, some like energies that you've done before, but you're gaining wisdom, and the momentum of your own wisdom is gaining or garnering strength. And so you're wiser with regards to what opportunities you take and what you don't. And it's almost like this is a test. Testing, Aquarius. And that it's like, if you just wait, rather than saying yes, or rather than having to like take that new beginning, more will be revealed, which then bring you back into this place of stability. Still the Fool, so there's still a sense of the Fool. There's still a sense of being fired up and wanting to move into the beginning. And again, there's going to be a renewed sense of self. That's part of why I think your own energy is reversed here. There's like you're having a renewal of your sense of yourself. So it warrants exploring new beginnings just in your own dominion, without having other people interfere, other people try to sway you or be like, yeah, but you should be doing this way. And you're like, thank you, no, but appreciation. as in I used to be that way and I would have maybe once said yes, but today I'm going to sit with it. Give me 48 hours before I give you a decision. And your decision might say no thank you. And that's somehow like a positive judgment, where then now the ring, then that's the what's that, like ring, something about like a passage, you know, like that ring not pass, or I'm not exactly sure the term or phrase, but yeah, just like a test. And once you pass, and a lot of it is about tempering energy, pulling back, holding your space rather than just like jumping into things. And that helps you to see more clearly, like piercing the veil. And then this is a positive judgment, which brings in, either way, I think everything's already here, but it helps ground you into some level of stability or practicality within your financial material world, that then allows you to explore some new options, but with a sense of wisdom, integrated wisdom. I love that expression. I'm all about the integrated wisdom these days, because integrated wisdom to me is like a new level of embodiment after cycling through some more Shazam, right? So nice. That's the final card for this, Fred. Let's just go through and get a little bit more guidance from all the decks. It's nice to be here with all of you. Thanks for the likes and all of your comments. So the Justice card is supporting this whole reading. Plus there's these sixes, there's the two scales here now too. So it's all about integrated wisdom, you guys. It's all about that balance for you moving forward. Any more guidance, divine guidance, love and clarity for Aquarius moving forward through the month of February 2024? Yeah, it's such an energy, more clarity. It's such an energy here of balance. Slow and steady wins the race, Aquarius. And I get the Aquarian energy can maybe sometimes be impulsive, or like just want to charge ahead, or just want to be the first, or almost like compromising integrity just to force a sense of being the unique one. So this slow and steady practical, that's what I mean about like, yeah, there's a certain generational threshold within this reading, because there's a certain amount of wisdom just through life experience that's definitely integrating into this Aquarian energy that wants to rebirth itself, but rebirth itself and move forward with, again, a sense of balance and support. Really making sure you're supported well, right? Hence slow and steady. Let yourself integrate the lessons. Let yourself move forward. Really in your, like, what do you, hence when new things come in. Do I want that? Don't I? Allowing that pause, allowing that reflection, right? I'll make sure there's a real grounded sense of making sure your finances are in order. Some of you, there might be a focus on your health, your Seven of Trees. I always, in this deck, I always get a sense of spinal health and being able to move your spine. So yeah, little side message there for some of you about just, you know, maybe learning a bit about the chakra systems, or learning a bit of the basics of spinal mobility and spinal health. So that, because again, even in the yogic traditions and or philosophies, those 8 limbs really speak to the importance of the healthy body to cultivate more, you know, mindfulness, or more serenity and peace of mind. Most of us would probably understand or agree. You know, if your body's in pain and our body's sick or unwell, it's you know, being present in the mind at all. That's why we often have to take days off work, or because of, you know, the body will block the flow, which obviously affects the mental emotional fields and our sense of connectivity. So spinal health here, maybe for some of you, the Fool card is representative of, again, all intertwined within these new explorations or new opportunities or desire to look at new things. Maybe there's a new field of study. Like, I'm getting, this would be very general, but like maybe for some of you, you want to study yoga, or you want to do some sort of therapeutic training or practice just for yourself to learn more. Yeah, change, taking leaps, trying new things. And again, within all of this practicality, and then the emboldened sense of taking leaps, there's because there's people around you that you trust. Also really positive, right? Fifth house. So there's a double 5 and a double 6, double 7. So there's a fair few yeah, loops of energy, and also significant portals of change. And there's this new beginning. I really get a sense is like the self exploration, trying new things to figure out, like, what do I like, what is, now that I've been through all this healing and I've been through all this transformation and my finances are getting pretty good and I'm grounded and I'm slow and steady and I'm not as impulsive and I'm not making those same swayed or pulled or wounded kind of decisions. You've got, some people around you, certainly 2 or 3, I would say, that are super dupes trustworthy and stable with you, which empowers and impassions, emboldens your sense of like risk taking or just trying new things, like, depending on our state of being. And I know this just from many years of teaching yoga. Even for some of us, just that first step of going on a retreat, or before that, going to a class. For some people, just that step of going to a class can be really intimidating. Like, I'm too frightened. All those people are over there, and like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so sometimes just taking that class is the first step, and then you enjoy it and you get used to it, and you're like, actually, I really dig on this, and and then you go on a retreat, even kind of more. You have to take yourself out of a routine. You have to, yeah, be in, who knows who you're going to meet, that kind of thing, and or what you're going to do, or how it's going to really feel. You never know. There's a sense of relinquishing expectation, I think, when you endeavor those sorts of experiences. And then the retreat, and then maybe you decide to go on a training, right? And there's so many people, right, that end up, because a lot of yoga teacher training courses are 4 weeks, or they're contained within a cycle, usually 4 to 5 weeks or so. And then additional paperwork or additional, login training. But, a lot of people will go through the rigor of that kind of training, not to teach, but just for their own process, right? Just to go deeper into their practice. So, who knows, there, because the 5th house here too is another 7, but it's a 5th house, 5, obviously. Passion, see the paint. I'm sure I had a vision of painting with a client recently. Anyway, but this is not like, you don't have to be an artist or like an exceptional painter to paint. It can just be enjoyable for you. So there's a sense of renewal and trying new things. I don't think for a lot of you there, other than that 6 of Cups, but I'm leaning more towards that being like a long-standing friend, or somebody coming back around wanting to make some investments with you. Is this teamed up with that 6 of Pentacles, and it's give and take, and it's like, hey friend, let's grow this thing. Maybe for some of you it's love, not as much love here, although there is a 2 of Cups. So yeah, for some of you it's maybe more love inclined, but there's still this whole element of exploring your creativity, trying new things, really coming to a sense of wholeness, I dare say. So the eternal child is here. It's kind of diagonally looking over via all these fun, expansive, passionate hobbyist things, like trying new things, because your finances are good, you're feeling really anchored. And the start, I'm like, I get a sense for some of you, you've really done some good work in healing the inner child, healing the eternal child, or coming back into like the innocence and the wholeness that comes through healing those wounds of separation, fundamentally, right? So okay, last deck to pull from. Exploring your creative options. Yeah, not having to be, because that's, I think, sometimes what blocks our creative exploration is the sense of you're supposed to be good at something. Like, don't sing unless you're a good singer, or don't paint unless you can actually freaking paint. And that's just not at all, I would say, how creativity works. If something feels good to us, or feels natural, it's worthy of our time to kind of play around, and it's intimately connected with a sense of well-being. Ascension keeps coming up as well. So which would be thematic of something going on within the collective. Again, there's like an upgrade, an ascension. There's a sense of expanding our consciousness, right? You can think of, descension as even the birth process, or the inception, incarnation, where there's a descension into the three-dimensional reality. So ascension would be indicative of, and it's a number five. I could interpret this like going to the fifth dimension, but to me, all that does is sort of broaden our perspective. It helps us to feel, as much as we're present within this dimensional reality, when we're in states of meditation, or when we're having emotional storms, or having really profound present moment experiences, that can be indicative of what we might call ascension, right? Like knowing that broader perspective in the here now, and embodying more of that broader perspective. And to me, that can also be phrased as sort of embodying greater empathy, a lot more compassion, love. Hence, you're super grounded. And I would dare say, on that physical plane, you're at a point in your life where you're being supported materially to expand your joy, ascend, maybe give back. Because I always get a philanthropic feeling with the Six of Pentacles. So it could be familiarity, or a homestead, or something like this, that you're really wanting to, and you have the financial backing, or somebody in your world has that financial backing to put into something you're wanting to grow. Six of Cups to me is like a growth energy. And of course, ascension, I was saying that too, can be a growth energy. Definitely a strong sense of support here, Aquarius. So thanks, guys. That's your reading for Feb. I hope it's a good one for you guys. Let me know if that resonates. Thanks for being here. So that means that next month, by about the end of February, I'll be going live for Pisces, the dreamers. Thanks. Happy to be here. It's so good to see you again, Scott, and that way. And I feel like there's somebody else, and Harry as well. So thanks a lot, you guys. Have a good one. I'll speak to you all real soon. Take care. Peace out.